Hey there, nature lovers! Have you ever wondered just how amazing honeybees really are? These tiny creatures do way more than just make honey. They're some of the most fascinating insects on the planet. Stick around as we dive into some mind-blowing facts about honeybees. There are 3 types of bees in a hive. First, we have the queen bee. She is the heart of the hive. Her Majesty has one main duty: laying eggs. A single queen can lay up to 2,000 eggs a day. She also releases pheromones that help maintain order and harmony within the colony. Her life is 3 to 5 years. Surrounding the queen are the worker bees, the backbone of the hive. These female bees have numerous responsibilities. From birth, they go through different jobs, starting as cleaners, then nurses taking care of the young, builders constructing the honeycomb, foragers gathering nectar and pollen, and even guards defending the hive. Their life is about 5 to 6 weeks. And finally, we have the drone bees. These male bees have a singular purpose: mating with a new queen. Unlike workers, drones do not gather food or help build the hive. Their only job is reproduction, and once mating season ends, they are often expelled from the hive. They do not have sting. Their life is also about 5 to 6 weeks. Each bee plays a crucial role in the survival of the colony. Through teamwork, honeybees create a well-organized society, ensuring the hive thrives season after season. Did you know honeybees have their own special dance language? It's called the waggle dance. When a bee finds a good food source, she comes back to the hive and performs this unique dance to show her sisters exactly where to find it. Talk about some serious teamwork. These tiny creatures have 5 eyes. Yes, you heard that right. 5 eyes. Honeybees have 2 large compound eyes on the sides of their heads and 3 smaller ocelli eyes on top. These extra eyes help them detect light and navigate their surroundings like tiny flying pilots. Have you ever wondered how honeybees see the world? While humans enjoy a rainbow of colors, bees perceive a very different spectrum. Unlike humans, who have 3 types of color receptors for red, green, and blue, honeybees have receptors for ultraviolet, blue, and green. This means they can see ultraviolet light, which is invisible to us. To our eyes, a flower may appear red, yellow, or blue. But to a bee, that same flower reveals hidden patterns and ultraviolet markings, like a secret map leading straight to the nectar. These markings, known as nectar guides, help bees find food more efficiently. Interestingly, bees cannot see red at all. Instead, they perceive it as black or a very dark color. On average, a honeybee can fly at a speed of around 15 to 20 miles per hour. But when they're carrying nectar or pollen, their speed drops to about 12 miles per hour. Speed isn't their only talent. Honeybees flap their wings an astonishing 200 times per second. This rapid wing movement helps them hover efficiently and navigate through wind and obstacles. But what about long-distance travel? A single foraging trip can take a bee up to 5 miles away from the hive. That's like a human running a marathon just to get groceries. Despite having a brain smaller than a grain of rice, honeybees have exceptional learning abilities. Researchers have discovered that bees can recognize and remember human faces using a technique called configural processing. This is the same method humans use to identify faces, by analyzing patterns rather than just individual features. A single bee makes only a tiny amount of honey. It takes a lot of work to make that sweet honey. A single honeybee produces only about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in her lifetime. That means there are about 50,000 to 60,000 worker bees in an entire hive. Those work together to make the golden goodness we enjoy. A single pound of honey requires around 2 million flower visits and about 55,000 miles of travel by bees. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. They're essential pollinators. Without honeybees, our world would look very different. They're responsible for pollinating about 1/3 of the food we eat, including fruits, vegetables, and nuts. That's right, your favorite foods depend on these little buzzing workers. Pretty incredible, right? Honeybees are tiny, but they play a huge role in our world. If you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more amazing nature facts. And don't forget, bees need our help. So plant some bee-friendly flowers and say thanks to these tiny heroes.